Welcome to another episode, so let's dive in.
So, when we talk about big business opportunities in Nigeria, what comes to mind? For a lot of people, it's been fish farming. But is that still the case? Is it really the golden ticket it's often made out to be? Well, let's jump in and see what the reality on the ground looks like today.
Okay, I'm gonna start with a statement that might sound, a little backward at first. Nigeria doesn't actually have a fish problem. What it has is a fish supply problem. Now, what on earth does that mean? It means the hunger for fish is absolutely massive, but our ability to produce it locally, it's just not keeping up, not even close. And that right there, that's the key for any entrepreneur. A problem, especially a massive supply problem like this one, isn't a bad thing. It's an opportunity in disguise. It's like a giant flashing neon sign pointing directly to where you can create value and where a smart business can absolutely thrive. All right, reason number one, an undeniable market. This is so important because we're not talking about trying to create a new trend or convince people to buy something new. We're talking about feeding an appetite that's already here, and believe me, it is growing fast. I mean, just think about it. Fish isn't some luxury, once-in-a-while meal in Nigeria, right? No way. It's a fundamental part of everyday life. It's in the pepper soup, it's in the egusi, it's in the jollof. It's the star of the show at every catfish barbecue spot. In fact, get this, fish provides over 40% of the animal protein that people eat. This isn't some niche product, it's a household staple. And this chart, wow, this just puts that supply problem we mentioned into crystal clear focus. Just look at these numbers. On one side, you have the national demand for fish. We're talking over 3 million tons a year. But then look at our local production. It's struggling to even hit half of that. That huge empty space between those two bars, that's not a problem. That's the market. That is the opportunity, right there in plain sight. So the bottom line here is incredibly simple. Unlike so many other businesses where you have to pour money into marketing just to convince people they need your product, you don't have to do any of that here. You don't need to create demand. It is already here. And honestly, it's shouting for more people to step up and supply it.
Okay, on to reason number two. This is about more than just fish. You see, when aquaculture grows, it doesn't just benefit the farmer. It creates this powerful economic ripple effect that can lift up entire communities. Just think about the whole chain. A single fish farm doesn't operate in a vacuum, right? It needs a hatchery to supply the young fish, which creates hatchery jobs. It needs feed, which supports feed supply businesses. You need people for transport and logistics to get the fish to the market. Then you have the processors and the smokers who add value. And finally, you have the market sellers who make a living. It's an entire ecosystem of jobs, all starting from that one farm. And you know what's making this opportunity even more powerful right now? Technology. I mean, fish farming today is a completely different world from what it was 20 years ago. What used to be based on pure guesswork and old traditions is now driven by data and information. Where we had poor knowledge, we now have innovation. Those old, slow-growing breeds, they're being replaced by improved genetics that give you faster, much more predictable results. The risk has gone way, way down. And all of this leads to a really empowering idea. Success in modern fish farming isn't about who you know or what family you come from. It's a true meritocracy. It rewards your skill, your consistency, and your discipline. It rewards what you do, not who you are. All right, reason number three, the path to profit. So we've got the market, we've got the modern methods, but how do you actually start? What's the real path to making this work? Well, the secret is all about starting small and scaling big. The key word, the magic word really, is scalable. So what's a scalable business? It's simple. It's a business that can grow and expand without its own structure getting in the way and holding it back. You can start small and just keep adding on, growing smoothly as you become more successful. And fish farming is a perfect example of this. And here's the model. It's so straightforward. You don't need a massive bank loan to become a fish tycoon overnight. Forget that. You can literally begin with one pond, maybe even just one tank in your backyard. Your first goal? Just grow enough fish to feed your own family. Simple. Anything extra? You sell the surplus to your neighbors, maybe the local market. Then, and this is the key, you take those profits and you reinvest them into a second pond. You expand gradually, step by step. It's a low-risk, super smart way to build a serious business. But let's be really clear here just to manage expectations. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a lottery ticket, there's no magic involved. What this is a structured, predictable, and expandable business. If you treat it like a real business, with planning, with discipline, it will pay you like a real business. Simple as that. So, when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's a fundamental lesson in business. When you have a massive unmet need, the people who step up to fill that need are the ones who win. By becoming a fish farmer in Nigeria right now, you are positioning yourself correctly to solve a huge problem. And when you do that, you won't have to chase the market because the market will be chasing you. So, look, the demand is crystal clear. The business model is proven and it's accessible. The technology is here to make it more predictable than ever. The only real question left is, are you ready to look at that massive fish supply gap and decide to turn it into your opportunity? Are you ready to turn water into wealth?